clip I played you this morning. He just like even when we're like sitting around.
What was the clip?
About Bobby Flay. About meeting Bobby Flay.
Yeah, I didn't even understand that.
What's this?
This is from the wrap-up show. Sal was on the wrap-up show. You just give him enough rope on the. If you give him enough room, he'll hang himself every time. That's what I want to say. Here he is from the wrap-up show, and he says that he knew Bobby Flay.
He met Bobby Flay up here. What happened was Bobby Flay was walking around the lobby. Next thing I see, Bobby Flay and his wife are in Sal's studio. Sal's a huge fan, like really a big fan. So I guess he grabbed him and was showing him around.
Yeah.
And then inevitably he says something. Bobby Flay's got a super hot wife who's on Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
So she's there, and inevitably.
And he says the wrong thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to this.
All I watch is the Food Network.
Yeah, you were gay the day Bobby Flay came in.
You think so?
Oh my God, yes.
Well,
you went out and found him, brought him back, and showed him around. I'm not even sure he was looking to see our space.
yeah. It was a little uncomfortable. I said a few things that I might have.
Like what?
Well, I ate at his restaurant, and he was there with his wife, who's beautiful, by the way. And I said, look, I had one of your burgers at the Smith Haven Mall, these burgers. And I said, how can I put this? And I go, oh, well, there's a woman here, but you can imagine what I'm talking about in my mouth. And I realized that I was trying to be polite, but when I walked away, I said, you know, even putting it that way, it was probably
I don't understand what he meant.
pussy in my mouth. You know, it's like eating pussy, you know. I put that burger in my mouth, and it was like, and I looked at it, I go, there's a lady here, but you can imagine what I'm talking about being in my mouth. Shocked a little bit, so I kept moving on. It was pretty awkward.
First of all, Sal is such a fucking pervert that, like, when you talk about food, he thinks about pussy. JD, you know, and like, I think, you know, pussy doesn't taste that great that it would be like, oh my God, this hamburger, this hamburger's so good. This hamburger's so good, it tastes like pussy.
JD says,
Pussy tastes like a hamburger. If a pussy tastes like a hamburger, I'd love it.
Oh, if it did, yeah, you could eat it.
JD says,
Pussy doesn't taste that good.
JD says,
Yeah, pussy doesn't taste. I mean, like, if your hamburger tastes like pussy, you're probably gonna be out of business.
It should be too much of your brain, Sal. Like that really is. That's one of the most inappropriate things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, but the old
Man, you just met these people, and here's a guy you like.
well, the old me would have said it's better than pussy in my mouth. The new me said it's better than something you would
There has to
think.
be a newer you down the line.
Sal,
You're still not new enough.
Do you realize?
can I say something?
Do you realize I censored myself? I'm actually utilizing my filter.
Sal, listen to me.
Sal.
Sal, you're such a fucking nitwit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Your filter's clogged.
I mean, it's unbelievable. You're not to be trusted. No wonder your wife has an emotional friend.
That's very mean to say.
No, I get it. You don't know what the fuck you're doing in life. That is so whacked out.
He thought he was doing a good thing.
Howard, the guy probably looked at you like, I would be like, this guy's a fucking moron.
And you know Bobby Flay too, because you sort of in a way represent Howard at that point. And Bobby Flay's probably like, does Howard think that guy's appropriate with that? Like that how Howard?
Forget,
You know,
can I suggest?
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these
That
degenerates.
whatever you
It's
think.
useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail.
I put your burger in my mouth. It
And
was like
then,
having a
when
twat
you
in
move
there. It was
on,
fantastic.
I want you to teach
But
everyone
I saw
you-
the lady, and I was a gentleman. I go, I saw his wife, who was beautiful, and I saw
Where
her,
to
and I go,
begin?
Bobby, when I bit your burger, it was
At the
like, and I
depths of their
paused,
mo-
and I said, it was like, well, I can't say, but it was like
Nipton
that
was a
woman
wicked
thing
place,
in your mouth.
debased and corrupt.
I was censoring
It served all
myself.
comers, as long as the profligate troops, powder gangers, men of the Legion, such as myself.
Both
The people here didn't care.
equally
It was a
retarded.
for a
First of all,
pittance,
from a
the town
common
agreed to
sense
lead.
point of view, you know pussy.
Right.
Yes.
If a hamburger
I
tastes
told
like
them that when
pussy, the guy
legionaries are
would be
disloyal,
Pussy doesn't
some are
taste that good,
punished,
does it to you?
the
Well, it
others
depends
made
what
to
time of
walk.
night it is.
JD says,
Each
JD
clutched.
tells me that is Sal's go-to analogy. Whenever he's talking about how great
cowardly,
he's better
though.
than pussy.
Yeah, but
They
Sal,
outnumbered
You know what it is?
us.
I haven't eaten pussy in so
Yet not-
long. I forgot that sometimes
They
it probably doesn't
stood
taste
and
good anymore.
watched.
I really
They
don't.
stood and
good.
hoped
I
their
mean,
turn would not
it's fine,
come.
but
But it's a man, you know what I mean? A man loves pussy, so...
The man loves to stick his dick in pussy.
Okay, but
As
what
are
better
all
way of
crimes.
supplementing a
If you
chef?
feel strongly about it, attack us, and soon you won't feel a thing.
So good, and the way pussy feels on my cock, like in other words,
okay.
not the way pussy
Not
is
in
in your
your
mouth.
mouth.
That's the first thing. Well, you'd say this hamburger's better than sex.
good pussy should have.
Tastes like my wife's asshole.
But you're so fucking retarded. that, I mean, literally, there's something mentally wrong with you. That is such an
Was there more
outrageous
for us
thing to
to do?
say to this guy.
And when a woman,
I thought it was
when
one
a
of the-
woman is there,
Guy got
I was
out of the
complimented.
business after that.
I am one of the biggest Bobby Flay fans in the world.
Then
When
I
I
bid you
had the
well,
opportunity to meet him, I said, how can I
I'm-
express my love of his burger in a way that only a man can relate
You
to
did it. You did it.
why did you? It was just so delicious. It's unbelievable. I mean,
Can't you
the
say,
woman
Bobby,
is there.
I'm a huge fan of
He
yours.
wanted him to remember it.
I love your burgers, and your burgers are the best thing I've ever had. Better than sex. Why couldn't you
Better
just say
than
something
sex.
intelligent?
Well, 'cause well, the same way you don't visualize pussy in your mouth, I don't visualize like fucking a hamburger. Better than sex would be like, are you implying
but
you're
I'm not
fucking?
saying, no.
You know what I'm trying to
That's
say?
not
I see
why
it
that's
differently.
out. No,
I know.
you see things so differently that you're odd.
I know. I'm sorry.
And that's why people are turned off to you. That's why I said the emails to Beth are only going to end in disaster. You're too
So
stupid.
well, the emails.
You're too dumb to email.
The emails are
Hey there.
are short
Need
and
anything?
professional, and I just express my
You'll
gratitude.
mess up. You'll mess up.
I do mess up, but I express my
You
gratitude.
will mess up, Robin said, and
Yeah.
she's right.
No, not in this case.
Sure.
No,
Like
I'm
Russell
sorry.
That's
Simmons.
because you trust yourself. That's why
Like,
you're gonna mess
like
up.
when Russell
We won't go
Simmons was on
quietly.
the show,
The Legion
Sal
can
goes up
count
to
on
him
that.
and tells him he's the white devil.
Right.
How you doing? I'm Sal, and that's Rich. How you doing? Nice to meet you. We did the whack pack feedback, and we did all the phone calls. We get paid to goof off.
Yeah, you stumped him.
We really are the white devils. You can call us crackers anytime you want. We're pieces of crap. No.
Well, the whole issue, Howard, you were talking about the N-word and how it shouldn't be used, and how Russell Simmons brought that up as well. So when I saw him in the hallway, I thought to break the ice, I would say, hey, by the way, I'm the white devil. Like, I'm putting the racist term on me to take the
Sal.
nervousness off of him.
First of all, he's not nervous.
He's not nervous to me
Secondly,
either.
I was nervous.
Secondly, you're referencing something from the show, and then then he walks out in the hallway in a whole different context. He doesn't realize you're commenting on something in your head that happened on the show. So
Right.
you just come out with, hey, I'm the white devil. And
Right.
the guy's like, what is it with this fucking guy? What, is he just thinking about race when he sees me? I mean, you're insane.
Hey, Sal, didn't you go into the green room to tell Jon Stewart that his jokes weren't that funny?
Right. Yeah.
You were in the parents, right?
Yeah. Think shittier.
Well, I thought you was in Meet the Parents. Wasn't that him?
Chandler. Other Jew. Wrong Jew. Oh, no, it was Stiller. Ben Stiller.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This close.
Yes, I
Hello?
did. And he is a funny guy, but there was something in particular that I didn't find funny. So I said, you did a good
Yeah,
job.
but you understand he's here for my show.
I understand all
not
that
for
now.
Your critique.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's been a good year and a half. I've gotten
and,
better.
And in the same way, Bobby Flay, like, he's standing there with his wife. He just say, hey, you make a great hamburger. I'm a huge fan. It's my favorite thing to eat.
Right.
It's better than it's better than anything. My
Right.
father owned the pizzeria. It's better than his pizza. You know, it's better.
Right.
But you go, it's better than what a woman has between her legs. And I
Right.
don't want to offend, but pussy. I mean, you can't.
That's the creepiest
Yeah, I
thing ever.
felt-
It's insane.
After I said it, I
Appreciate
cut
the
by
help.
by the
Wish
way
I
his
had more
wife
work
looked
for
at
you,
me.
but nothing else on the
I
radar
had the
at the
feeling
moment.
that even though I didn't say the word pussy, she still made the face as if I did.
It's even
By the way,
creepier what
Sal,
you're doing.
What do you don't know when you're talking to somebody what their sensitivity is to any kind of crudeness. So why would you use
Yeah.
anything like that?
Yeah, like it's the first time you're meeting.
Because
the
I
guy.
figure you're an adult and you've been through a lot of
No,
things.
you're figuring. That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
So I should stop figuring. Stop figuring, stop speaking, stop even...
Sal, yeah,
Do
maybe
you
we
want
should.
to be? Do you
Stop
want
getting
to
up in
be
the morning.
outrageous so people will? You're very provocative. In other
But I
words,
didn't mean to be. I meant to do it in a real, sincere, I said, hey, I don't
it's
want to say...
better than eating pussy.
No.
Right,
And
and
that
I-
would have even been a better comment than. What did you say to the guy?
I said, it's better than... I turned to her. I go, it's like having... And I looked at her. I go, well, there's a woman here, but it's like having a woman's thing in your mouth, But...
And the visual of him doing it, if you guys at home could see him, he's like leaning towards him,
gestures.
Everything stopped at that moment. It
looking
was,
at his wife's crotch.
what
Like
happened?
it's
Did they-
like that.
did they excuse
It's like her
themselves?
pussy.
Well,
So can I point to your pussy, man? Would that offend you?
Sal gets out a laser pointer.
made
and goes,
like a-
it's like that thing.
she made like a square smile, like
Caravan,
like that smile,
citizen-
like when you hate somebody's guts, but you gotta
Sal,
smile.
do you know how lucky you are to have gotten an attractive woman to marry you? Because, and she's torturing you now because she can't believe it probably. with this crudeness and crassness, like it's
Not exactly sure.
Any woman has ever said more than Heidi.
I didn't use foul language. I mean, I'm trying to get better. Maybe in small steps. I don't know. I really stopped. The thought was foul. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and foul rhymes with Sal. Sam, Sam, you're on the air. Go ahead in Philadelphia.
There's no way that this guy is that retarded.
Is it that?
Yeah, you're retarded.
It's got to be a bit, and
it's not though.
It's
we
crazy
only
that
wish.
You tried to reason with him. He's that retarded. He should be locked in the studio and not let out.
Well, what's amazing is he doesn't understand.
No, he doesn't understand.
He was like, wasn't that a good thing?
He still thinks we're being ridiculous.
I didn't say pussy.
Like, I'll tell you about a bit. There's a bit.
I used my filter.
I know Sal's upset about it, but I wouldn't play it on the air. I've had it for weeks now.
Right, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I was.
I'm not going to play it because I felt that. Now in context, I guess I could, but.
What is this?
Well, in all fairness, it's not just Sal. It's Richard and Sal
Richard
in
and
this.
Sal.
Richard is very
guys-
much involved in this.
The guys went to a department store. The guys went to a department store, and you know when you call the department store and say you can't find the person in the store.
Right.
So he basically got the woman.
The bend over theory, like.
I don't even
Was
have
this a page that went through?
a page.
Okay.
So they basically got a woman to say the word nigger.
But she doesn't, though.
And I said to Sal and Richard, I said, you guys don't understand something. You guys don't understand something. I said, no. So I said,
You check out the Nipton
I'm
Town
not in
Hall.
the Ku Klux Klan.
Legion this
I
far
said,
west?
I'm not, look at
That's
this
not
fucking
outside the
guy.
border.
I go,
They're moving
I
in,
love when you're
and fast.
disgusted with us.
Nipton wasn't the
I
most
asked
friendly
Sam,
town,
Sal
but...
and Richard, I said, I'm not playing this on the air. And they go, well, why?
It-
It's so great.
what?
I go, it's not...
It's just wrong on every level. And we thought you would love it. And you looked at us.
No, I said to them, it's one thing if I hear a guy
Patrolling the
say
Mojave
word
almost
nigger,
makes you wish for a
like,
nuclear
you know,
winter.
Tracy Morgan and that call
Right,
the woman said.
right.
I said that's one thing we're
Or the
observing
sex
it.
call that we played with the hate man or whatever.
I said, when my guys go into a store and intentionally try and get to say someone to say nigger
Over the PA.
over the PA, I go, that's me being a racist. That's me
Right.
condoning racism. That's like me thinking
Promoting
that's funny.
it, selling
Yeah,
it.
right.
But Howard, to our defense,
I'll play it because
if Richard,
I can play
Heard
it
you
in that
helped out,
context.
Jack.
Richard should come in and explain the. We don't let
What?
us. We don't say the word. It's
You
not that
do.
word.
Never.
Sal, stop it. Stop being a retard.
You're
All right.
being
All right.
ridiculous.
It's the GP1 in red.
I know where it is. And believe me, this is nothing. Okay, in this light, I'll play it because you're a fucking asshole. But I'm just saying.
We're just pointing out how
This
much
is
of
this
an
is what
asshole you
this is
are.
what I deal with all day with him because he didn't know what the fuck he's doing. Here, listen.
I have a little bit of a problem. I'm in the store right now and I cannot find my son. I'm in the very front with security. My name is Howard Gers. Last name is G-E-R-Z. His first name is Nick. Last name is G-E-R-Z. Right. I'm in the front with security. Thank you.
Attention shoppers, can I have Nick Gers please come to the front? There's someone waiting for you. Nick Gers, please come to the front of the store. There's someone waiting for you.
It was Nicholas Gers.
So
I love it.
Robin, explain to him.
I think it's great.
Explain it to Richard. Richard's behind this.
What? Yeah.
He
Was it
can
Richard's idea?
understand.
We were sitting down at Carrabba's coming up with new names. So we came up with Jungle Bunny for Jungle Bunny.
I said to Gary, I said, go back and explain to those two nitwits that's something I'm not into. I said that makes the show. That means we're into the word, the N-word.
Right.
We want to call a sex line and have sex.
Now,
and say
I know
nigger.
no matter what I say, Howard, you're going to give me the theory that I'm dumb, retarded, and I don't have a filter. But in this case, we thought it was clever to take that.
Clever.
We thought
Nick Gers.
Nicholas Gers. Yeah.
Not Nicholas Gers.
Like,
You said
how do you
Nick
tell you?
Gers.
Bend over is hack, right? It's old school. We're taking an old element and making it different and breaking the barrier.
Sal. That's like me saying shirt head.
Right, all right.
Howard, one more thing.
I mean, it sounds not that revolutionary.
You're right.
You go,
You've
Nick,
come up with a brilliant take on the
Mr.
bend over.
Gers, Nick Gers.
Quite honestly, I saw there was a bit similar to that. I think Dave Chappelle did it. It was called The Niggas Family.
Yeah, but the last name was Niggers.
And
This is Nicholas Gers. This is a name over a PA.
Oh, you
No,
see the difference,
Fred, you don't get it. Sal has come up with a revolutionary new way.
But you didn't say.
Niggas.
She didn't get on and say, "Is Nicholas Gers there?"
No.
She said Nick Gers, and you gave her the name Nick. You didn't give her Nicholas.
Right, but...
Okay,
And you had her say, niggers, please come to the front.
Yeah.
Niggers.
Can you imagine the black people walking around hearing that?
That's my problem with you.
Can we do it again with Howard TV? And just secretly say black people walking?
I don't. Sal,
I know. I'm only kidding. I won't do it.
How are you
I just think
holding
you're retarded, and that's why I'm in charge. I'm in charge of you because you don't.
What is he gonna do when you're not in charge of him anymore?
You don't have any idea how much stuff I keep off the air.
I think every day, 1 to 2 years, I'm definitely bartending somewhere in Queens. I don't know.
Damien, you're on the air.
It's gonna be long before 2 years.
No bar's gonna hire you.
Oh,
How are you holding
Can't
up?
have you there.
Yeah, Damien, you're on the air.
Howard, where's it going to be that Sal's wife's going to have an intellectual friend to take over for some...
Well, let me tell you something. I know more about Sal's wife's friend than you think I know. And the dude's not even a good-looking dude. It's just that he probably makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a little fat, ugly guy, right?
He looks like Scott the Engineer, but shorter and wider.
Hey,
If I had to describe
What's
it.
your wife's number?
are you kidding? I used to be a poon hound.
No wonder she looks at me.
I thought she was looking at me.
I felt like a piece of Bobby Flay's hamburger.
Oh, you can rope in any girl. Any girl who's emotionally down, so easy. You can rope them all in.
How come you
That's how
can't?
he got a wife. He knows.
How come he lost her?
Yeah,
He didn't keep working it.
Yeah, Tim, you're on the air.
Brother, I got to say peace and love, peace and love.
Peace and love, peace and love.
Tell you, he is as crazy as he is. Those show in the halls are fucking hilarious.
Sal is a brilliant,
He's
funny
very-
guy.
Thank you, guys.
He earned his place here. I'm telling you, but there's a certain something in his brain that
There's
just...
no end, you know,
Yeah.
like there's no line there that he doesn't know not to cross.
saying to Bobby Flay, your hammer in front of his wife and kissing pussy, and I mean, it's
And even to say there's a lady here, so I'm gonna be really inappropriate, and I know it.
You know what it's like in life, like, you know, if you're good at the roast and stuff, but you don't turn that off. Like, you think it's appropriate to say that kind of shit everywhere, and it's not. Like, I have a friend.
And not to everybody.
I have a friend, me and him, like, know, say, like, the Honeymooners or Goodfellas so well that we could talk to each other in that language, and we get the references. He doesn't turn it off for in front of other people.
No.
Like, he'll do it, and the people will have an odd
Nobody
look.
knows, right, yeah.
And they'll think he's retarded, and I'll go, well, of course they do. They don't know what we're talking about. Like, you gotta have, there's appropriate times for appropriate
Right.
things.
Yeah, well, go explain that to him. Jerry, you're on the air, Ronkonkoma.
Hey, Ronkonkoma.
What's up?
Hey.
My dad's first pizzeria in Ronkonkoma.
Yeah,
First of all, it's a pizzeria.
Pizzeria, yeah.
Pizzeria.
I've been there since I was 7. I'm now 27, so I've been there 20 years.
That was the place where next door he was banging the beauty salon lady while she was cutting my hair. My mother came in and beat the shit out of her.
Your mother beat the shit out of the
I was
lady?
yeah, my dad used to...
Why'd she beat the shit out of your dad?
Well, because he beat the shit out of her more. You know?
Jerry, go ahead.
He was stronger, that's why.
What is your comment, Jerry?
Howard, doesn't he realize that he's a reflection on you and the show? Now, if you're in the Hamptons with your wife and you run into Bobby Flay, the first thing this guy thinks is, oh, this fucking asshole.
Well, fortunately, I hide out, so no one can find me.
But he's right. He makes a good point.
That's not true.
One of the reasons people look at horror.
You know what?
If they've never met
All right,
Howard
Robin, so if
Stern.
you meet somebody and you're hanging out, just hypothetically, with Jim Florentine, he's going to be pissed at you because Jim took a shit in somebody's toilet on the top and did an upper decker?
Absolutely.
So what? But you were still with him?
I think a lot less of Robin since she started dating a guy who took up her deckers.
I think it's a brilliant thing, but...
Less of me.
Joe, go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up? I gotta agree with Artie, man. That was hilarious. My phone's ringing off the hook. I got people calling me laughing. That's good stuff. I don't know
What do you mean, the Nick Gers?
Oh, you say
Nicholas
Artie agrees with this?
It's just, listen, does it make
it's
me
gonna-
laugh, the idea to do that?
Of
Yeah, but
course.
it's not a brilliant...
I'm laughing.
Joe.
But it's not a good thing to do.
Yeah, Joe, we're all laughing at it, but I couldn't sit there and play that in any kind of context where I'm condoning it.
Right.
Because now he'll make a run on department stores.
Yeah, I mean, if I had heard that on the internet, I would play it for you. But if it's one of my guys going around trying to trick people into saying niggers,
You know, if someone...
Hey, listen, man. F. Jackie, love you guys.
all right, thanks.
If it just happened and you didn't plan it, like if you asked her to call Nicholas Gers,
Right.
and then she herself did that, and you hear that, you go, wow, that's funny, it's an odd thing, but it's not some brilliant thing to get her to say that. It's not a brilliant take on
Well, you
it.
liked it and you laughed. That's
No,
all.
I know, but
And
it's not
I'm
a
not saying-
brilliant take on
I know
the
what you
bend
mean.
over bit.
No, you don't.
I
No, You know what I mean. Eric, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Hey, you feel a little bit of a douche here because Sal is a broken toy. Fred hit the nail on the head a long time ago, and the more you hear yourself say this over and over, you're beating your head against the wall.
No, I'm not. Listen, I told you with Sal. I know the whole deal with Sal when I hired him. I let Sal produce what he produces, and I am the filter, and I sit there and I go through it, and I help him with it.
Right.
Sal does a great job. He knows it. He knows I'm very happy with him, and I'm glad he works here. I'm just, you know, I worry about Sal, though, Eric, because Sal's going through, and you don't know this, I mean, he's going through a really tough time with his wife, and he really doesn't understand why everything is happening the way it is. And I try to point it out to him. I go, it's these kinds of things that your wife goes nuts from. And it's precisely the stuff that makes him great on this show, but there's sort of, he doesn't understand that when you go up to Bobby Flay and his wife, you don't say your hamburgers are as good as pussy. He just doesn't get it.
No, but you keep trying to explain where he's wrong. He's like a little kid. I mean, I have kids. You got to just task him. You got to say, look, Sal, for the next 2 days, you're not allowed to speak. And just
well, that's not me. I'm not.
Here's my partner in crime, Richard. Help me out here.
Hey, Sal, by the way, I think you're brilliant.
Thank you very much.
I do too.
Showing the hall is off the hook. I love it.
Showing the hallway is terrific. Yes, Richard.
Can I just tell you about something that happened this weekend that I was real worried Sal was going to say the wrong thing?
Go ahead.
We did a
What the fuck? I come in here.
I love you, buddy, but I worry sometimes too.
Can we clear this?
Isn't this great?
You're worrying Richard. You really got a problem.
Isn't this great? Yeah, right. Like Richard is worried about what Sal's going to say, and Richard's so inappropriate. And what's great is Sal couldn't wait for Richard to come to help him out.
Wait, and he's ready to throw me under the bus.
While I was shooting and throwing up on the plane, I was worried Sal was going to say the wrong thing.
I wore a diaper to a concert, but I'm worried about what Sal will say.
So what is it you were worried about?
So we did a comedy show in Orlando this weekend. It was awesome. Everything was great, but it was at a hotel. And they had one room that was a backstage room, like kind of a big green room area. And for some reason, our green room, there was also a black fashion show going on while we were waiting backstage to get on stage.
Right.
And Sal's in a room by himself rehearsing his act with like 15 black people practicing some fashion show there.
I was writing Obama because he just won.
Okay.
That's all. So I was doing
So you did them out loud in front of black people?
I didn't do them out loud. Now I know what Richard means. Everybody, the management, everybody was concerned to like get Sal away from that room because if they hear these jokes he's practicing.
Sal.
Well, why would you practice these jokes out loud in front of black people?
I wouldn't. I was in another room, but the guys that we were working with heard a few jokes, and then when the black people came in, management said, "Hey, let's get Sal. Just play it safe. Get him away." So we was worried that they were going to hear it.
So let me explain something. You talk about hack stuff. Are you writing Obama jokes or a black guy being president joke?
No, I'm
what
writing
are the jokes.
I'm talking about Obama and terrorism. How he's first of all, let me tell you something.
Let me hear the joke.
I don't
have anything in particular.
The old black jokes.
No.
It's not. Come on. It's about Obama specifically,
like, like Obama walked into a bar.
No.
What accent do you use when you're beating Obama?
No, I just.
Tell me what you say on stage.
I really didn't say anything.
What did he say, Rick?
I said Obama. I voted for Obama, and everybody. And I tell you, I didn't know how they were going to react, because then you could gauge your audience. If they boo it, you could go heavy. If they applaud, you got to go light. So So I voted for Obama, and the place went absolutely crazy.
Okay.
No, booing, no, applauding. Okay. So I said I voted for Obama. That's it. They all applauded. And I just said, well, I voted for the white half. I pushed the left half. That was it. And that was pretty much it. And then I said something about signing the bill. He didn't even sign the bill. You could just tell it's in by the cheese and the fingerprints. So it was just. See, I know. That was just. I know. Yeah, but that was
it. Stereotypical hacky black joke.
Right, but I did a joke about voting for him.
Well, why don't you what Artie's trying to teach you is elevate yourself as a stand-up comedian. So you sit there and you go, I got to tell you, when Obama first started running, I don't get political.
I started running too.
Yeah, well, maybe. I started running for the Hills too, or whatever.
Right.
I was so against Obama, and I voted for him. And I got to admit, I felt good the other day when I saw him. When you go to the cheese doodle thing,
that's bad, right? But you know what? You're in a shitty.
What is it when you get heavy? If they don't have a good
that's
reaction,
light.
What's heavy?
You just go, he's a nigger.
No, well, it's not necessarily true. You know,
not necessarily true.
There's a different way to address every crowd if you're doing a crowd for older people.
I'm asking you. So you got a heavy crowd that you can go heavy with. What is heavy?
You have to figure out what, you know, heavy.
So what do you say?
What is heavy?
You know, then you can throw in jigaboo and speak. No, I'm just joking
I
with
think
you.
Sal's saying if there's no black people in the audience, he goes.
No, there are black. I did a show last week with a black guy right in the front row. This guy looked like
Sal was shitting his
like
pants.
somebody dug up Biggie Smalls out of the fucking ground and plopped him in front of me.
Sal was so worried. He was asking the opening acts, like, "Is that black guy cool up there?" Like, is he laughing at stuff?
Sal must. When you say the heavy, Sal must come out there and go. You know,
right.
No, well,
they found a stain in Barack Obama's underwear. It was a watermelon stain.
Yeah,
well,
you know,
guys,
and like those wine dance jokes. Those wine dance jokes.
I called the White House the other day and asked to speak to Nick Gers.
Yeah, right.
That was funny. But wait a minute, you know my right. You heard my roast. I write. Some are. Look, you have some stock stuff.
Tell us what it is. Tell us.
I just told you. I said I wrote my Obama jokes.
You hear what Biden's job is at the White House? To count the silverware when Obama eats.
Yeah, like all stuff like that. Like as soon as you
I'm
say
still in the process. I'm not a 20-year
No,
vet.
but listen, but Sal, you should have enough stand-up material where if there's a black guy in the front, you should have enough to where you don't have to worry about.
I killed with the black guy in the front.
All right.
I did 10 minutes off the top of my head with the black guy in the front.
But Saturday night there.
I don't remember what I called him. I don't know. I was making King Kong references and shit, like fucking white chicks.
That's great for a black guy who's going to go to a comedy club in 2009, and he's called King Kong.
Yeah.
But it's not.
That's so stupid, Sal.
All right. Well, I don't want to argue with you. You're the.
No,
you are. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. You're the guy who's done it. I'm still in the learning process. So today. That was. He was big and black. What am I supposed to call him?
You don't have to reference the guy at all.
Well, I had to get the pressure off the audience.
No, you don't. Why?
What pressure is on
Because
the
they see a
audience?
big black guy in the front. And no, you being me out to be a racist. So when I get on stage, here's a racist guy plus a big black guy in the front row. What's going to happen? I have to diffuse that combustion. So I have to break the
Using it by saying jokes that aren't racist.
Sal, again, you don't even know that that's going on in the audience's mind. They're just there to have a good time. They don't know that there's combustion.
I think there is, but you got to.
You know what combustion is?
Yeah, you know, when two things meet and create an explosion.
All right.
But, and that's what I was trying to do. Because
why not just have security chain the guy up like King Kong and wheel him out on the stage?
That would be great. I might do that in my act next time. I'll call security over, have him move.
He's not coming clean with the jokes either.
Right, he
No, I am. I was working on Obama jokes. There was I just told you, there's a black guy in the front.
Richard's heard the joke. What were they?
He does a King Kong.
I do it. The guy was in the front row. He had a white girl, and I said, "King Kong, you know, you good for you. You're banging." I don't know what I said. You're banging the white bitches, you know. And I called him King Kong. And then I made a thing about King Kong's girlfriend. She probably smokes Newports, and she has a restraining. You know, she would have a restraining order
That's
against
the
them.
hackiest shit of all
No,
time.
it's just something.
It is, Sal. You don't even know what a hacky is. It's like that.
No, I don't know anymore.
I mean,
all right.
it's
I
horrible.
stink. I'm horrible. Please don't see me live. I'm never good. Nobody ever laughs.
You don't even
Sal,
know.
I'm not saying there aren't morons who don't laugh at that, but it's
okay. Well, then my audience is. I don't think they're morons. They're there to have a good time.
But do you
I
know
am not Albert Einstein.
Kong's girlfriend's name?
I'm not Albert Einstein.
Sal, in other words, let me tell you something.
I'm learning. I'm in a learning process.
A comedian, when you go to pay to see a guy at a comedy show, he should be funnier than the funniest guy in your office at the water cooler. Like, smoking Newports with the cheese doodles, that's like a funny accountant.
Right.
That's like shit a dentist would have.
Right, okay.
Like, you should be, they're going to see a professional comedian who should enlighten them a little more.
Well, I'll work on it. Thank you.
But do you know King Kong's girlfriend's name?
Faye Ray. That's good. I got it. Again, it was just I was ripping with a few things, and that's it. I mean, I'm not Richard Pryor. I'm not Rick Rob. No.
I thought you were. You told me you were.
He does kill
Sal is opening for Artie this weekend at the Borgata.
I know. Sal does all right, I guess. I don't even listen anymore. I'm the back.
I gotta defend my honey because he did great this weekend.
Listen, I'm not saying but that's the worst thing for someone who's hacked.
Listen to me. When you
all right, Gary, what do you have in your mind?
You know what, with there's two books that Sal keeps in his office, and we just think it's funny, just, consider the conversation. Encyclopedia of Jokes. My other favorite one is, it's called Black Like You. It's about white people who do comedy over the years.
Both gifts. Both gifts. Now,
see this on the internet? So Arnold Diaz, you know that reporter who does...
Yeah, sure. Shame on you.
Shame on you segment. There's a guy who has a bakery down in the village. Very popular bakery, very successful. Celebrities eat there, famous politicians. Everybody goes to this bakery.
Are you not saying the name for a reason?
No, I'm not. I just don't know the name of it. But it says it in the report. Right. So anyway, the guy who owns it has been making, what does he call them again? Drunken Negro cookies.
What do they look like?
Since Obama got in office, as a celebration, he claims. He's like a Sal type.
Right.
He calls them drunken Negro head cookies. And they're these Negro head cookies. And they're big black cookies with big lips and the old Sambo looking thing. And then they interview some people on the street, and it turns out they claim the people on the street say when they go in there, he calls them drunken nigger head cookies. And he's like, no, I don't say that, and these are very acceptable, and it's like so Sal.
That's not me.
Again, that's just a guy, you could tell he's got race on his mind all the time.
Much like our Sal.
No, that's not true.
Absolutely.
It's not. Why would race be on my mind? It's just a part of life. We live in an environment where we have all different races, and certain things happen.
And you never see a person. You see a black.
Well, I'm not looking at somebody who's orange in front of me right now. You're black, and I'm white.
Black.
What do you see right now when you see me?
I see a guy.
And I see a woman. I see a jerk off.
You see a black.
Thank you. Good job with Show in the Hallway, which is on Howard TV right now. There he is. Sal, the former stockbroker.
Yeah, no more stockbroker.
I'm the racist. Unfortunately, I'm white. White women, you shouldn't drink and do drugs. Black men. White women don't have sex with black men. The important thing here to learn from this is A, black people drink and do drugs. B, white women don't have sex with black men. I sincerely mean this. I sincerely stand behind the fact that I'm not joking, and I'm the racist. Thank you very much for understanding, and I greatly
show, and I guess people were coming down on Sal because I was really put off that he had sniffed Mutt's daughter's panties.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I
forgot about that.
And I just didn't get it.
I went upstairs, I watched some porn to pass the time. She got out of the shower. I went in to take a shower next, and the panties were unfolded right in front of my face. So,
wait a second, can I tell you, you don't think to lock the door, I'm only going to accept your wacky idea that this is right to do. It doesn't dawn on you to lock the door?
Dude, she walked out of the shower and left the panties on the floor.
Right, and then you have a thought in your head to sniff them. At least turn around and shut the door.
Well, at this point, the panties looked so nice and they had a little interesting stain on them. I call Rich, I go, dude, what do you think? And Rich is like, whatever, and I sniffed them, and that was it.
Sal posted an apology to Mutt on Stern Fan Networks.
We're working on the chronology of Sal's explanation from this show to the wrap-up show and how at first it's almost like he did nothing wrong, and by the end he's so apologetic.
Sal Governale.
Yeah. Are you talking about, or is Mutt mad at you?
I called Mutt several times.
What is this new voice here?
I'm
whatever it is.
my live voice.
I'm sorry if there's a different tone.
This is the voice when the client lost $20,000 in an investment.
What I did, I put an innocent person in a bad position by doing it.
I agree.
And I apologize. It's just wrong. I feel really bad. My problem is I goof around a lot, and I always put the goof first, not myself. And I deserve it.
not a pedophile. I'm not a pervert to that extent. It was a goof, and she is attractive. There's no denying it. I put that all together. But the fact of the matter is that whatever I do and whatever I say, I always try to make it interesting or, you know, for the show. And sometimes I don't think how much it's gonna hurt me and the people that I love and the people who respect and admire what I do. And I feel so terrible about this girl, because she doesn't deserve this, and all I did was put my stupidity forward, and I had to be a goofball again. And I always think about this show and how it'll come across, and I don't think about the consequences. And I'm glad that yesterday, after listening to what happened with the wrap-up show and everything, that it was a wake-up call for me, and that I really need to establish where the line is, because innocent people shouldn't be involved in my stupidity. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I just feel terrible, and it just because of again, you know, without sounding redundant, because of my stupidity and my actions, and the fact that everything I want to do is for the good of the show, and I always try to be a goofball, and I was prancing around with that girl's underwear in front of Richard Christie, and we were laughing about it. I never thought it would parlay into something where somebody was going to be embarrassed and somebody's daughter would be embarrassed. That wasn't my intent. My intent was just to make it was a goof. And if it wasn't a goof, and if I was really serious and really perverted and I was really in a closed room, I wouldn't be talking about this. It was just a joke that really hurts me personally because I hurt somebody else. And that's what I didn't want to happen. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry to the listeners. And I'm sorry to you, Howard. I don't want to lose your respect. You've done
Don't worry, you never
so
have.
much.
Nothing to lose?
You've done so much for me. You've always given me so many chances. The fans have given me so many chances. And everybody says, well, the beauty of Sal is that he doesn't know where the line is, but I don't want that line if I'm going to hurt people.
All right, that's fair enough.
Or do you think you should go watch his pussy?
Let's squirt her with a hose.
I admire what you just said.
Yeah, Sal, but
the best thing is his makeup doesn't run when he's crying.
Yeah, you've got great makeup.
Sal, there's a bigger issue here, though.
I know what you're going to say. Who respects and admires what you do? You can't.
What are you talking about?
Well, nobody, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, Sal, we're trying to
I know. Hold on.
Sit down. Where you going?
He's getting a tissue.
Give the man the tissue.
His makeup's running. His Sephora makeup is running. Artie, you were saying?
No, I'm just saying, if clearly you have, sexual issues, I think you take things further with, being turned on sexually than most people. And if what you said yesterday on the wrap-up show is true, I think that might have something to do with it, and you really should talk to somebody about it.
Well, I had a long time.
Really? The two of you can go into therapy together. Which one of you will make the call?
When I was listening to the wrap-up show and Artie's telling Sal you need to go into therapy, I almost shit in my pants.
And Elizabeth pointed that out, by the way.
Look, listen, I'm as fucked up as a person can get, but...
so you don't have to go.
No, I should go for other reasons.
Yeah. You don't need
I'm just saying, Sal, before you do
Artie's on cocaine and drinking.
Please,
Well, not cocaine, but...
pouring the entire pharmacy into
I was not trying to say I'm normal.
Artie, you telling someone to go to therapy is insane.
He's been on psychoactive drugs.
Am I wrong?
He doesn't think he needs
You're not wrong, but you should probably be on a date.
Thinks that you showed up at gambling intervention.
Right, yeah. And by the way, I was very helpful. But no, Sal is a friend of mine, this is an important situation going on, and before that happens, you better address the problem.
You mean Trump could get himself into trouble?
Yeah, if Mutt was a different guy and called the cops, who knows? Maybe there's something, a crime there.
He came to me, Sal came to me yesterday. He was pretty upset. He said, "Listen,
I know.
I don't want
to. Genuine.
He goes, "I don't want to be that guy. Everybody thinks I'm that guy now." And he goes, and then he worried that what if they're going to press charges? I'm like, "Listen, what you did was stupid. There's no crime.
It's not a crime.
It isn't. But I'm saying
a crime. I feel Sal wants to be outrageous.
Yeah.
So I don't even feel when he sniffs panties, he's sitting there even sexually. I mean, maybe he is.
See, I disagree. I disagree with
think
that.
he thinks it's a funny.
I think you're exactly right.
I think you have a confusion because you think there could be a separation. Sal probably has that proclivity, but he was goofing with Richard with Mutt's daughter.
if it was Mutt's grandma, he'd be smelling those panties.
But I'm just saying he was wrong to do something like that in a guy's house who's doing him a favor.
Yeah, that's what I got to.
Right, you're absolutely right.
Like,
And
I always think you're normal, and then all of a sudden I hear you doing that.
No, he's not normal.
You know, but whatever. And Joey Boots, you're on the air in Belmore.
Hey, brother. Hey, I was there when Sal did this, and right now, he was definitely like seeking some sort of approval for what he did. Like laughing and everything. It wasn't like anything malicious, like talking crap about it. He was just definitely goofing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that day, Joey, didn't we teabag Richard and take pictures?
Yeah, it was that.
It was like a frat party.
That makes it right.
I made a
but
mistake.
it's like you're involving a 17-year-old.
Right.
You want to do something to Richard, that's fine.
Yeah,
You want
that's
to do
fine.
something to Joey Boots, that's great. We're talking about a 17-year-old girl.
And I gotta tell you, I still.
Right.
I did tell him, I'm like, dude, she's only like 16 years old. I'm like, dude, you can't be doing that.
Where is Mutt? I never even spoke to him.
He called it yesterday.
Oh, he did? Oh, good.
No,
All
he
right.
called the wrap-up show.
Yeah. I just express my outrage because I don't. Well, I mean, I've got kids. I got daughters.
Right.
And
And when you invite someone into your home, you're
you got it.
letting down your guard and
That's
saying,
right.
"Hey, I'm accepting you into my inner sanctum."
Yeah, and this
you
guy-
don't violate that.
And this guy Mutt, genuinely, I just started to get to know Mutt. I don't really know him on a personal level, but he's working for us. I'm very, very impressed with him. I think he's a very nice guy. He's a super fan and super loyal to us. And it sounds like he's very friendly to Sal by allowing him in his home. So I just say when somebody gives you that kind of access, you got to respect it. That's all. And,
right.
and I'm sure you and Mutt can move on from there, but you got to just build.
Yeah, Mutt's moving out of the house.
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know if you'd ever get the guy's trust again.
I was trying to put it in perspective. Like, I just had Jackson, the intern, over. If for some reason my 16-year-old niece was over that day, and 2 months from now, Jackson comes to me and said, "Remember that time you let me stay over your house and did me a favor? I sniffed your niece's bloody panties." Like, it's the exact same scenario. It's the exact. I mean, I would fucking flip.
Yeah.
We tried to.
Bottom line, you got to stop sniffing underpants.
I mean,
You're right. I
Well,
mean,
you say it like it's easy to kick.
the thing is,
Seems to me like it'd be easy.
but Artie,
We can't think they have it.
the thing is,
Stick over that he felt that it would be okay to.
right.
Right. He wants to be the wild.
If I said to Mutt, I took your daughter's panties in the bathroom and closed the door and spent some time with myself, that would be, I mean, it's wrong. Obviously, that's the worst thing you could do. What I did, that doesn't make it right what I did, but I went into like Joey said, like a shtick type of thing. Like I made.
You were trying to
One up.
I was being an asshole by being a goofball.
Right, and you weren't thinking.
It wasn't sniffing the panties in a private sexual manner. It was
trying to be the outrageous guy.
I get
right,
it.
but
I get it.
but it's still wrong.
I think you're in
but-
denial about the fact that you're clearly way
I'm
turned
not
on by this girl.
Okay,
Even
and
in
the
your
second-
apologies, you always, it's almost
and the
creepy.
second problem
you alluded to.
And right, and the second issue is it doesn't help me that the girl physically, by the grace of God, is an attractive girl.
Doesn't help
and I no.
See, Artie hit it on the head. He said when Sal
Right.
talks about her, it is almost like the way a pedophile talks about a kid.
Right.
That's it, like she's a young beauty.
I love her.
By
I
the
feel so
grace
bad
of
for
God.
her, yeah.
Okay,
It's creepy.
Okay, but the point that I'm trying to make is that taking away what happened with the panties, if you just look at her for what she is, she's just a beautiful girl. That's it.
Okay, Sal, but see, that's why I think there was something...
No, but...
Yes, there was something sexual going on there. I think you're in denial or just flat out lying
No,
to us.
because like Howard said, if it was Mutt's underwear, I probably would have done the same thing.
I know him.
Do you know what I'm...
Okay, I get that, but...
It's what you think of doing.
Right, but it wasn't Mutt's underwear, it was this girl.
Right, and that's where I'm wrong.
Going on about how gorgeous she is and you want to see
I think Robin's right. I mean, it's almost like you're trying to get on her good side. And...
No, I'm not. I mean,
her look should have no bearing on why you
what
did
I
this.
did
But
was
it's good it keeps coming up. Her looks keep coming up.
I'm saying that it makes me look twice as bad.
We don't know what she looked like. We only know your story. You're the one that's providing all the information about her.
If I'm Mutt right now, I'm going, dude, don't say she's hot anymore. Stop her.
Right, I'm not trying to say. I'm saying she just. I'm not trying to say it that way. I don't know how you expect me to. Okay, then I won't say anything.
What does Evil Dave Letterman say? What is his slogan?
Brain in gear and take foot out of mouth.
No, insert foot, something.
I should have put my brain in gear before opening mouth.
How many times did Cromwell bury that into his head?
It's called putting brain in gear before opening your mouth.
Right,
there he is, Evil Dave. Thank you, Evil.
Sal, maybe we'll go to therapy together.
You two should hold
I hate to say it.
Therapy.
I mean, you're very involved with your cock and balls.
So it's the liking to spit on girls.
The hatred of women.
I don't have any hatred for women. Here's the thing where I get freaked out, and I'll tell you what, like all those Sibian ride things, like Sal licking them and everything. All right, we're doing it for the camera. I've seen Sal times they can't do that. Or one thing where a camera isn't involved. Like having those things.
Are you referring to the piece of rubber on the Sibian that Sal likes to save when a girl rides it?
Yeah, he made himself in charge of cleaning those, and literally he licks them.
But you sometimes you don't like to do that. You don't always do that for the camera. That's where you freak me out.
For individuals too, you come up with good people by themselves. It doesn't have to be a camera. Like he did it to shock me, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And the booths and your obsession with the booths.
Oh
and
my
all that
God,
stuff.
that jerk Jack House you talked about.
Yeah.
That was weird.
You're teabagging Richard, and it's like, put it away, man. I mean,
hey, can I ask another question? So, what were the repercussions yesterday after the show? Clearly, somebody got a hold of you, or you had was there trouble at home? Was your wife mad?
I wasn't crying like a little bitch for nothing, believe me.
So, how you doing, man? I feel better. I got it off my chest, you know. That's a huge, that was a big one. That was a big one. Kind of glad I got it over with, but, to cry on the show, you got me in for the rest of my life. Yeah, so you're gonna pay the price, you know? Don't be an asshole. What do you got? Back to the room to make prank calls. No, as far as like therapy and everything. Yeah.
I was watching the Howard TV special last night on Ronnie Mund when he toasted the town. Yeah. And I'm looking at it, and I go, that fucking Robin looks
It is?
Yeah, I looked kind of worn out, and you were looking pretty and, no lines or anything on your face on camera. It's annoying.
Oh,
you make me look bad.
I'm sorry.
Get rid of you, too.
I'm older.
Hey, it's not taking anything away from you, but I'm a mess.
Oh, stop.
You have to see. Watch that, Ronnie.
Younger than.
I was at dinner with someone the other night, and I go, yeah, I'm thinking of, maybe retiring. I don't know, but I have an opportunity. And he goes, how old are you? 62?
Oh,
I go,
stop it! Somebody said that to you?
yeah.
I go, 62? I'm fucking 56, and I look like I'm 40. Are you kidding me? You must have just been jealous how hot I am.
That's what it was.
That's right.
Who said that?
Right.
It was the conversation.
Yeah. So, whatever. Who cares? But, no, you looked young on the special.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was a good special.
And his definitions, oh my God.
That's special with the definition.
So I'm actually reading off my own Gentleman's Club dictionary right now. Definition of hot girls. Okay? Written by me. And as soon as I saw you, I already have my definition already in mind. Knew what I was going to say. Beautiful redhead, which is I mean, just look at her. Look at this girl's face. I mean, the minute I saw her, all I kept doing was looking into those eyes. Those eyes get you, like, forget it. You can't stop looking at her eyes. And then she turns at you with that smile. It makes you want to fuck the shit out of her. I'm sorry. No offense. Beautiful body. Love her tattoo. This is the definition of her. I can't even talk about this one. That's the worst part. Just rubbing my nipples. I can't even think, dude.
She is a piece of fucking
My
work.
definition for you.
You know, really, if for anyone on Howard TV, when you watch that, you got to understand that I never, ever envisioned a day when Ronnie the limo driver would really be representing me in some weird way. I know he gets, you know, I remember about 15, 20 years ago, you know, Ronnie was just my driver. And he even used to say to me, hey, you know, how come I never get an appearance? But he was kidding around and stuff.
But
I
he
knew...
was so far in the background.
Right.
You wouldn't know who he was. You wouldn't know anything about his personality. You would know nothing.
Yeah, we rarely had him on the air. One time he fought with Sam Kinison.
enough.
It was fun. You know, he's funny. But he basically waited in the car for me. And then when this whole security thing happened, and I said, gee, I'd like Ronnie to do it. He's conscientious. I never envisioned that, like, he'd be up here and then somehow he'd work his way onto the show. And now he actually is getting personal appearances.
He has a whole thing. You know, he has his own niche.
Yeah.
That all of these things he will be doing.
And he's up here, and he's, you know, he's got a whole thing going. Yesterday, we're walking out, and I for this semester, I haven't really met a lot of the interns or anything. But, you know, we're walking out in the hall, and there's a, you know, young, attractive lady out in the hall. And I, you know, we said, oh, hello. And then old Ronnie goes, hello, Smiles.
Smiles. That's his definition for
So
her.
I said, oh, this must be an intern. You know, Ronnie, or she must work here.
Right. And he's already got a nickname for her.
He goes, hello, Smiley, or Smiles. I don't know what it is. And I went, oh, my God, do I lecture him now? I'm so tired of lecturing him. Like, what do I do? I'm just so worn out because every time I stick my head out of my office and I see what goes on out here,
you have to deal with it.
I have to deal with it. Like yesterday even, like just Gary and Ross arguing during my show hours. I don't want it. I want him concentrating on the show, not on sales, not on bullshit. You know, I want him on the show. That's why I have him here. I don't want Ross back here arguing with people during the show. It's too much of a circus back there. Then I'm walking up. Hello, Smiles.
Who is Smiles, Ron?
He has nicknames for the... Now, I don't think he has a nickname for any of the other interns.
No, not the guys.
No.
He didn't even know that they exist.
And I know he thinks he's being charming, but if I was a young... I don't know how old a girl is, like 19, 18. If I'm an 18-year-old girl and this fucking 60...
Granddad.
Grandpops is calling me Smiles, I'm creeped out of my fucking brain. You know what I mean? I don't know why he has nicknames for girls.
He's so, I mean, doesn't he realize he's supposed to be a professional?
He thinks he's being charming.
But there's a professional way. It's not time for charm while he's on the job.
Remember when Ronnie only invited, this was a couple of years ago, only invited the female interns to his block party?
Oh, yeah.
That was wild. Hey, we like to all have fun, and I'm not that friendly with the boy interns.
Right. Why is
Scores,
that?
man, is about having fun, motherfuckers.
He became a whole personality. I'm watching this special yesterday. I'm glued to it. Howard TV, good job. And then he's standing there like a vampire with these young strippers, and he's giving them ratings and nicknames. And
where are you now that we're talking about you? I want to know about Smiles. How you come up with that?
I think what happened is Ronnie thinks because all these young strippers have to pretend to be attracted to him that all young girls really do like him.
He thinks he's got some kind of aura for women.
Yeah. He's really buying into it. Hey, Smiles.
What the fuck is your problem?
I almost wanted to pass out.
You know, what is with you? You can do whatever you want. It's
I don't do anything. I stay in here and work. I stay in my corner.
Yeah, good. Yeah, bullshit.
Hey, Smiles. What's your name,
Dude,
Smiles?
what is the problem? I'm trying. You know what?
Smiles.
Why do you have a
you know
name?
what? And I never fucking. You keep bringing this bullshit up that I kept saying to you in the car about personal appearances.
You did. Years ago, you said, hey, how come I'd like to get a personal
Howard,
appearance.
please.
All right. I must have misheard you.
Bring it back. Look it up, okay? When did I ever fucking say that?
Smiles.
Give me a break.
You know I'm going to start calling you Smiles?
Bring her in. She's here.
Bring her in.
Smiles is here.
Is her name Smiles or Smiley?
Katie.
No, is her name Smiles or Smiley?
Smiles.
Do you have any nicknames for the other interns?
No, it's just the only girl here.
She's the only one that rated a definition.
Nobody else, they don't smile the rest of them.
They all got cocks, I don't care.
Come on.
Ronnie, it's not charming. These girls don't want to hear that from you.
Dude, what do you care? What does it bother
What do I
you? I'm
care?
not doing anything
It's the
to
Howard Stern
I'm
show.
not doing anything
And
to
then
her.
when
What am
they
I
go back
doing?
to school, they'll
If
say,
I was
yeah,
going to,
there's
hey,
some
stupid asshole
guy
bitch,
there.
then I could see you saying something. What am I saying?
Grandpappy doesn't need to
Oh,
come
here
up
he
with
goes.
names.
See, now he's got to bring up fucking age.
Yeah, we're too old.
Because somebody fucking said you were old.
We're too
so
old.
now you're fucking taking it out on me? Bullshit, pal.
Hi, Smiles.
She is smiling.
Hey, look at her smiling.
Yeah. She walks around smiling all the time. What's wrong with that?
And I like that you notice. Hi,
Okay,
Smiles.
so what's wrong with
Hi,
that?
Smiles.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
That's Katie.
Explain to this maniac.
Yeah, maniac. What do I do to you, Katie? Do I bother you?
No.
Oh, now it's Katie? Because you realize you're fucking being pervy?
No, bullshit, dude.
She's a very pretty...
Please,
you're very-
somebody called him old. Now he's all taking it out on me.
How old are you?
He's gonna take it out on me now.
What?
I'm 20.
How old are you? 62. So now you're all upset. You're taking it out on me.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
You're a 20-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happens to you.
Here's what happens to me. Here's what happens.
You go to
me.
scores.
Yeah, I don't go to school. Let's get that
Ricky,
straight.
man.
All right,
Ricky, man.
get that straight.
All right. Ricky's. Rick Cabaret.
Yeah. That's right.
Listen, why don't you learn?
Listen for a moment.
You haven't learned a fucking thing.
I know exactly, because he says it all the time. How could I not fucking know what he's going to say?
You haven't listened yet.
A young girl who works here, she's a college girl. What college do you go to?
William Patterson.
Let me explain to you that she's a human being. And she's
I
a
know
kid.
she's a
and
human
she's
being.
A kid.
And I'm nice to her all
and
the
she's
time.
got
Am I not
parents.
nice to you?
You're nice, yeah.
Explain to him that you don't need a name like Smile.
Oh,
Am I correct or
God.
not? Would you explain it to the
Well, he hasn't done anything wrong. He's not really, there's no, like, flirtation
Yeah, but
or
you know, that's the
innuendos.
start. You know, if he was,
that's the start.
if he was
right.
an executive and he was in the office, and the next thing you know, you're Smiles instead of Katie.
Right.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
Well, tell me, on any level, would you just like to be Katie as opposed to Smiles?
I guess I'd rather be Katie. Yeah, I'd rather, since I'm an intern, I'd rather have an actual name than a nickname.
Right.
Yeah.
Ronnie's pet name for you isn't exactly turning you on?
Not really, no. I mean, it's nice, but...
Turn her on,
Did you hear that?
Dude.
But did you hear that?
Please, I know you woke up on the wrong side.
No,
of the
I
bed.
didn't.
Because somebody said you were old. Please, give me a break.
Has he brought you dinner yet?
No, he hasn't.
No.
No.
No treats.
I don't
He
go
used to do that, but I stopped him from
No,
it.
that's bullshit. I never gave the interns donuts.
This is a fact. Ronnie once said.
Yeah, Ronnie once said.
To a female intern, hey, cutie, where'd you buy those dimples?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did say that, okay?
You did.
Did
I
you
know
get
it.
those at Dimples or Russ?
Okay, keep putting up the notes. Keep putting up the notes. We brought this up already, so why are you going over it again?
Because I'm
Because
trying
you
to
haven't
explain.
learned.
You don't.
Because I didn't do anything wrong, okay?
Katie.
See, you can't even convince him
No,
of anything.
no.
You know what? And Katie's,
You know what? I won't
Katie's-
talk. How's that? Is that better?
Who told you not to? Who told you not to talk? Me.
Yeah.
Don't talk to the intern.
I don't talk to him. They all fucking hate me. I don't talk to them.
How do you even know her? Like to even get to the. When did he start calling you Smiles? How long did it take before?
Well, I think I've only been here about 4 weeks, so I think it's maybe the second or third week.
7 week in.
Okay.
So when was the first
You're
time?
gonna jump on his bandwagon now.
No. The first time you heard the name Smiles, did it take you by surprise?
We just like, oh, hey, Smiley, you're always smiling. So at first I was like, okay, well, I guess it seems like I'm being nice to everyone, but because it was only my second week here, but
I didn't know angels could fly so low.
God.
I got a new nickname for you, sweetie. It's Thief because you've stolen my heart.
Nice line, Fred.
But that's what you sound like.
I never said that. I said that for Smiles. I've got 3 months to live. Help me.
Christ.
Does anyone else around here have a nickname for you, or just Ronnie?
Just Ronnie.
Just Ronnie.
No, but all the other guy interns hit on her, though. I don't hit on her.
All right, they're young men.
interns.
They're interns. You are not.
I didn't say I was. What are you,
All
nuts?
the other young interns, you're not one of them.
Robin, please.
You're a fucking
Give me a
grandfather, for
fucking
God's
break.
You are not one of them.
Yeah, okay, Robin.
He wants to be an intern. You want to be an intern?
Yeah, let me be an intern,
So you
please.
can work for free?
Yeah, I'll work for free, please.
coffee runs?
I want to be an intern.
Katie,
wrong
let me say
with you?
something. Katie or Kate, I don't know what you
Good
prefer.
God, man. Somebody telling you you're getting old is bad, huh?
Kate, how old is your grandfather? Is he alive?
Yes, he is in his 70s.
All right, 70s. All right, so Ronnie's about 8 years spread
Oh,
between you and
bullshit, dude. Here we go.
Does your grandpa call you Smiley?
He doesn't know.
No. Does he ever call the other young girls Smiles?
No.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
So 2 or 3 weeks in, he came up with the name Smiles.
I'm leaving. I'm not taking this bullshit no more.
Oh, what? What?
I'm trying to teach you. Why don't you learn from me instead of fighting me? Girls don't like that.
I don't really care.
You don't care what girls like?
Dude, I don't give a shit.
Oh, my God.
Of course you do.
What do
Don't
you give
want-
a shit about?
Nothing.
You sound like a guy who gives a shit. You're yelling and screaming like a wild man.
No, because this is like a reoccurring thing with you.
Because Ron, it's silly. Why are you making a name for her? She's Kate.
She's here to work.
She's here to work. She doesn't want to be
Not
Smiles.
to amuse you.
Dude, I don't follow
She
around
knows
and
she's
bother her all
cute.
morning.
She
Go
knows
away,
guys
dude.
hit on her all the fucking time.
Yeah.
She comes to work without
Be
that?
one of the guys who doesn't hit on her. She'll find
I'm
that
not
way more
hitting on
attractive.
her. What are you talking about?
Are you attracted to him at all? On a
Oh, my
sexual level?
God.
No, I'm not.
You're not. All right. So
What's
now
wrong
you
with
know
you?
you can stop the smile.
What an idiot. What
Yeah.
kind of thing is that
She
to say?
noticed you,
See, now that's
Ronnie.
She
being
noticed
crazy.
you. She's not looking for you.
Yeah, okay. Nobody said she was. You got a major issue in your head, man. Maybe you should go back to 4
I
days.
think we need a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
in-house.
when are we taking that test?
Constantly.
When are we taking that
To
test?
deal with you.
When are we taking that test?
I'm ready.
I want to
I'm
know. I
ready.
want to take that fucking test.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
It's, again,
Ron.
some people think it's a problem.
Ron.
What?
I'm a really bright guy. I am.
I didn't say you weren't.
Listen to me.
Didn't say you weren't.
Listen to me.
Never said you weren't.
With interns.
Sometimes you have things though in your head that are not completely
That's
right
true.
too. Okay?
That's right. That's
You're not
right.
always right, dude.
That's right.
Sorry.
Let's assume I'm a bright guy.
You are a bright guy.
And
You
I
wouldn't
might-
be here if you weren't a bright guy. We all wouldn't be here if you weren't
All
a bright guy.
Can we
But
let you talk for a
no,
second?
No, he's
I'm
embarrassed.
talking
He's
now.
embarrassed.
Not
I've embarrassed him.
No,
When he
I'm
talks
not
like this, he
embarrassed, dude.
filibusters.
No,
Embarrassed.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Go ahead,
Just
you
don't-
talk.
No.
Go ahead.
No, go
No, you
ahead.
say, can I
No.
talk? Go
It's
ahead.
No, it's your show. It's
You
your,
really have nothing
you're the
to say.
general.
He
You're the
doesn't have a
general.
thing to say,
No,
just
dude,
talks
you're the
over
general.
you.
General
All right.
Stern is over there in the
All right,
chair.
I'll talk.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm telling you, after a lot of years of therapy, after a lot of years of life, and dealing with a lot of important people, I can honestly tell you that this girl doesn't want a nickname from you, Smiles.
Fine. No problem. It's done.
And when I was
okay.
right, and when I was walking out with you yesterday, and you called her Smiles,
That was the day before, okay? But you don't forget anything,
I
okay?
cringed.
She wasn't here yesterday.
I cringed because
Cringed?
yeah, you had me on Spielkiss. You understand?
Oh, God, man. Leave me alone.
Because
no material for 6 o'clock hour.
No,
I
no,
guess. It's all me. My turn today.
you said I
I'm
could
listening.
Talk. All right. So what I'm saying is, while you think you're being charming, women get creeped out by that stuff. This young girl, Kate, is saying to you, I don't need a nickname from this guy. I'm just trying to smile and be pleasant. You're the only one with the name Smiles.
Look, I know she's cute, and I know it's hard to be around cute girls sometimes. And
Well, get some self-control.
you got to control it.
What am I doing? Am I taking my dick out of my pants or something? What is wrong with you?
The dick out of
What
the
are you
pants.
talking about?
That hasn't happened
Get
yet.
some self-control.
No.
You haven't seen his dick?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, shake your head. Keep reading your news, okay? Leave me alone. Nobody's talking to you.
I mean, the real issue is I have to remind you this every semester.
Right, every semester.
When you invited all the females to
No, that's not. That's also
It's true.
bullshit.
It's not
What?
bullshit.
I invited who I wanted to invite.
They all just
They all
happened to be.
happen to be
No, that's not
female.
true. There were guys there.
There were.
Not
But
any-
a handful of guys that I wanted to
Not
be
male
there.
interns.
Yes, they were.
No, there weren't, Ronnie.
Oh, bullshit. Anybody who was
Look,
at...
Gary, Jason's saying that Ronnie did. I don't remember this, but Jason remembers it well. He said that Ronnie did invite guys after you yelled at him.
Right.
I know.
Only girl.
Oh, God, Jason remembers everything. Okay.
Do you,
Whatever.
Do you get hit on by a lot of guys? I imagine you do.
I do, yeah.
You do. So you've heard it all.
Yeah.
Right.
I've gotten nicknames before.
Other than
so.
Smiles, have I ever done anything
No, I didn't think it was you.
that I was coming on to you or something?
I was
No, what the
waiting
fuck are
until
you
next week to
talking
break
about,
out
dude?
You're the only guy around who has a nickname for her.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
You think
I don't believe that. Scott's intern wants to ask her out in the worst way.
It's an intern. He's in her age
He's not a
group,
kid.
and
He's
they're
28
all doing
fucking
the
years old.
same thing.
That's appropriate.
Okay.
He's an intern, right?
Fine.
Interns want to date other interns.
I don't want to date her. I didn't ask to date her.
You
Did I ask
weren't
you to
here.
date you?
No.
Did I ask to date you? What the hell is wrong
He
with
doesn't
you?
get it on any level.
He's not
You're
listening.
talking to a wall.
Yeah, that's right.
A gray wall.
Can I answer a question?
Yeah.
Do you feel like Ronnie's flirting with you?
Not really, no, but I'd rather, since this is an opportunity, it's an internship, I'd rather, I guess, not have a nickname. I want to be treated like an intern and actually work.
I admire you.
Yeah, I follow her around all day. I call her Smiles all day. I trail her through the hallways.
I'm walking
I
out.
walk in the bullpen.
I see you.
She was walking straight at me, holding the door for us,
Right.
and
She helped.
smiling. So I said, "Hey, Smiles, how you doing?" Boy, that was really
That's a
fucking.
line.
That was really fucking.
What did I do? I said, oh, hello. And that's it.
You don't even know her name.
You're
Right.
not helping her at all
There's a
because
reason for that.
Howard doesn't remember Katie. He remembers Smiles. What good can that do her?
Don't even you go there because you don't even know who your fucking intern is.
She knows who I am.
Yeah, now. Half the time she never knew.
And you shouldn't
She
know her
never
either.
knew who her interns
And
were.
you shouldn't
she's
know
not
either.
She
your
didn't know their
intern.
names.
Why do you
She
know
didn't even
her?
know their names.
Why do you
Oh,
know
really?
her?
Oh, that guy's my intern?
Why do you
Yeah,
know?
please.
You
I'm
don't need
supposed
to
to
know.
know who everybody is, that's why.
You're supposed to know Kate, not
No, I'm
Smile.
supposed to know everybody here, okay?
What are the other interns' nicknames so you remember?
I don't have any
Grumpy,
nicknames.
sneezy.
Are you done now?
You know, it's
It's
a funny
it's
thing.
20 to 7.
Well,
You done
Look,
now?
you're going to have another private conversation
I am.
because this is
Okay,
ridiculous.
good. Let's have a
It
fun.
was a real couple.
Let's go. Let's have another one. I can't wait.
I'm walking out. And, you know,
Here we go. Bring it up. Here we go again. It's like a broken record. I'm walking out. And here's this girl. Ronnie says, "Hey, Smiles."
That's not what I was going to say. So I'm walking out, and
want to talk? I got nothing to say. What's the matter, Grumpy? I got nothing to say, man.
Bring Ronnie to the dorm.
Oh, yeah. I live at home, yeah. I'm going to be right
You smile?
here. I did, yeah.
They must be thrilled.
They thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Right. Because Ronnie's defanged, it's funny.
Right.
Well, my dad listens to the show, so he knows how Ronnie is.
He knows all the characters.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so
He knows this is
I'm going to insist that Ronnie call you.
Okay, sounds good.
On the air, is that your goal? You want to be a salesperson? What do you want to do? You don't even want to be a radio man.
I actually have a strong interest in radio now. I started working at the radio station at my school, and now I'm here, so I'm really liking it. So I don't have a dream goal yet, but I'm getting there. I'm liking radio a lot.
Well, I can tell you in radio, most stations don't have a guy walking around the hall calling you smiles.
Yeah, I figured.
It's much worse.
Oh.
But anyway, good to meet you, Kate.
It's very nice meeting you too, Howard.
And we'll retire the next one.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. That's Kate, everyone, our intern.
Go back to your clown. You angel, you.
You know, it's funny. No. Most of the stations that I walked around, my nickname was You Suck.
Dick.
You suck dick, asshole.
Good morning, Dick.
How is it Ronnie's never come up with a nickname for any of the guys? How did that work out? Explain it to me. I don't understand. He's a piece of dick guy.
Hey, my name is Aiko Tanaka from Japan. I'm here to promote my website, which is aikoaiko.net, and I have two DVD out. One is J Fury, and another one is called 360 Video.
Now, what do you know about Howard?
I hope he's not gonna be mean to me, because it looks really scary, but
But he looks scary?
no, he looks scary, but he would ask you lots of questions that would be like really sexual, and I'm kind of looking forward to it,
So if he asks you sexual questions, are you going to get shy?
but I'll tell him what's up.
Yeah, why don't you get Woodgie in here? We'll get Aiko in here. It's exciting whenever a hot Playboy type chick comes in. Because she's Japanese, I told Woodgie he could come in. He wants a hit on her. He scores once in a while.
Really? That rap of his works?
Here's Woodgie. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a rap. Comes in here so confident.
Always. At least he starts off on the right foot.
It's Woodgie. Takes him a while to sit down and get comfortable.
That's good that this Aiko will be able to take him in when she walks in.
Woodgie, good to see you, my friend. Yes. Woodgie,
A microphone would be nice for Woodgie.
yeah. Woodgie, I don't think it matters. Woodgie, I have a young Japanese lady coming in who's been nude in the pages of Playboy, and I know this is your thing. What will you say to her when she sits down? What will be the first thing you say?
You know my Chinese name? Can I bang you now?
Yes. That's a good line. Do you know my Chinese name? I bang you now. That's gonna work. Let's bring her in. Let's see how it goes. I know these lines sometimes work and sometimes they don't.
Yeah, they're hit or miss, but
This woman's name is Aiko Tanaka. She's Japanese. Your fantasy, Woodgie. Every guy would love to bang her. Look at her. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. You look good. You don't look bad. You look nice. You look very nice, Aiko. How old
damn
are
it.
you? I say how? I'm just hearing some weird sounds coming out of. Did you shut that door?
It's a light right there.
Guys, turn off that light. There's robots in the car. I hear noise.
I don't have.
How are you, Aiko? I'm sorry. Yeah.
I want you
now,
to.
Where'd you grow up? In Japan?
Yeah, I was growing up in Tokyo.
Tokyo.
You have a big accent.
Oh, look who's getting Wood over there. Wood Yi. He is getting turned on.
She's for real.
Go ahead, Wood Yi. Try your line out.
I have a panda in my pants. I think about him.
I have a panda in my pants. Yeah.
Oh, she's giggling.
Smooth devil. He always gets the girls. You know how to do it, don't you? Go ahead, say something nice to her. Sorry, what the hell was that? Fred, how dare you?
Don't interrupt Wood Shake.
Yeah, really, get it together. Now, do you have anything else to say to her?
Let's reenact World War II. I go to a mushroom cloud inside your Nagasaki.
Wow. A lot of guys into Japanese girls, like it's a fantasy of theirs. They want the Japanese girl.
Yeah, I heard.
Yes.
Yeah, they think we are like always horny.
Yeah.
Me so horny.
Be so horny.
Yeah.
So your breasts are real? Because you got some nice cans, and I would imagine Japanese women don't necessarily have those big
Yeah,
jugs.
I'm really, really flat.
Right.
It's too skinny.